morning, everyone. Good morning. Get ready with me. Something like that. So, actually, people here. So I'll basically just like, it's gonna be a bull stream for now. I'm gonna take a shower, and you're just gonna sit here and stare at a wall. I got back into my WeMix account and I saw how dead the whole place is. It's so dead. Basically, I'm just getting ready for work. I'm gonna go to work. I figured I'd farm some subs just by staring at the wall. You guys can stare at that fan too. Stare at my clothes. Find out, you know, what kind of fashion I'm into, apparently. There you go. So I'll be back. And we're probably going to talk about the differences between American women and foreign women. I just got in contact with my Chinese ex-friend. welcome. Ancient alarms, man. Like, stop. What's up, people? Go crazy. All right. So I found my old Chinese friend. So I spent about like 2 hours last night on a live on Pump Fun, and somebody threw in $7, and it was almost like it was a statement. Like, yeah, I got $7. I'll throw $7, and then they ended up dipping out. So the statement was invalidated. That was quite interesting to see. Let me throw this retouch on so I don't look like a fucking 50-year-old. I'm not 50 yet. Like, I know what I'm worth, dude. You got fucking 20-year-olds checking out. So, look a little different with the sunlight hitting me at the right point. So, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to switch apps. I'm going to come back. But the reason why is because I got to turn my dash on. Once I got my dash on, I might get a McDonald's order, which would be sweet. So I'll be right back. Give me one moment. I'm fucking clean, man. I don't do drugs. I smoke weed. I don't even drink. Clean everywhere. You know what I mean? So I got my dash on. Let me make sure I got my do not disturb off. Oh shit, I don't. There it is. Gotta make sure. Can't miss that notification. My rating just bumped up another notch, so I gotta be careful. I'm trying to get top dasher. It's so difficult though, because you gotta like accept every single order, and you gotta have it on time, and you gotta battle when these people. If you're a dasher, you know about this. If you're a dasher, you see a notification that order is ready before it's even ready, especially at McDonald's. The reason why is because they're printing out the receipt too soon. They're not supposed to be doing that. So when those marks go against my account, it's like, what the fuck, dude? It gets me pissed, dude. So it takes a lot to get rid of that shit. They sit for months in my account. They never get reviewed. I'm just like, come on, I got to do enough orders to be able to get that cycled out. So, but when I see that shit, God, I'm gonna turn off Pump Fun notifications because like I don't need them, dude. Like Pump Fun is just a dump, dude. 1 second, I'm gonna turn off the notifications for it completely. All right, I turned. So let's hope I get an early order, but I might not. And it's not a big deal because my phone's still charging. But I got into my WeMix wallet and I'm looking around at these games and I'm like, can I get onto this game? No, still no. And wait a second, on my best phone, no, 12 gigabytes isn't good enough because you need to have a specific processor. Really? fucking asses. If you're gonna build a video game, don't go AAA. Don't go best graphics of them all because people can't afford to even get the phone to open up the app, let alone invest in it. You know, if you're looking for all rich people, it's all recycled money. That's what you guys have to understand. Like rich people, what you're getting in your hands right now is recycled money. If you're like a software engineer or something, or if you're like an engineer or something, you know, you're like somebody important, that's recycled money at this point. You're getting paid with funds that dry up at some point. Because if people don't have enough money to pay for that innovation, to pay for that product, the company isn't going to continue making money for engineering a new product unless they can control everybody else's ability to build that product. So once their 3D printing bill comes through, you're going to see an explosion in technology. You're going to see like everything's cheap, everything's easy to get. And all the software engineers, all the hardware engineers, all the engineers out in the world are going to lose a job. Sadly. Unfortunately. You know, all the big high paid people, you're going to have to be a corporation. You're going to have built a business. So you would have had to, in order to survive what's coming, you would have had to listen to me and actually build a business instead of sitting on your money and shoving up your fucking asshole. Like, you would have had to do something with it. Jesus says, spend your money. Use it for good. Help those around you. That's what it's for. Cycle that money through. The economy is a circle. It gets handed from this person to this person to this person to this person. It comes back around. If you don't understand that, then you don't understand basic economy. That's Mezitza. But the Frigg phenomenon, and give a quick opinion, please. I don't want to search things up right now. I got work on my mind and chick on my mind too a little bit. But I'll get through this day. Yeah, who needs a haircut when you just throw it up there? Just like, it's up there now. You can barely see it. Somebody said I needed a haircut. I'm like, no. What the fuck I need a haircut for? So hopefully I can get an order this early. But then again, it's not a big deal because I just wait till like 7. Usually around 7, the liquor store opens up, and then somebody wants something at 7 o'clock, dude. People will buy liquor at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's insane. Well, I can look it up, but it's like you'll be diverting my brain from. Give me a second. I'll look it up real quick. I'm gonna look it up on this phone, but I gotta do quick. Let's see. Get it. What's that called? Mazitza. How do you spell that? Okay. An ancient, highly controversial Jewish circumcision ritual where. Dude, no, this is too early. Like, I kind of understand it because it's like, oh, that's really hard to like put something to, because basically that's I guess a health, what is it? I'm like bewildered. Um I'm trying to think of a way that you could like do that without doing that. I'm trying to find, is there another way to do that? Because like I've never seen a circumcision. That's the other thing. It's like that. I don't know what entails a circumcision. So, um, I guess it's not violent. So let them do their weird sick shit. It's weird. Like, but then again, it's like it's a health concern because HS is it HSV1 because it's it's got a risk of transmitting fatal herpes. So it's unnecessary. Is this a necessary procedure in modern time? No, it's not. It's not necessary. No, they shouldn't be doing that. Because I thought I read something about health, and I'm thinking maybe it had something to do with preventing a problem. Because like if you use a cloth or something, no, it's not necessary. It's just like Sharia law. So Sharia law. Let me turn this hotspot off 1 second. Oh, Sharia law. So the same thing kind of applies to Sharia law. Like I don't believe in genital mutilations to begin with, but that's a procedure. People would like to do circumcision. Okay, that's kind of like the norm, across Western society, and that is an unnecessary procedure. Also, what is an unnecessary procedure is removing the feeling part in a female upon birth. So, and they even do it after the fact. So, Sharia law, they actually remove the part from the female that creates the sensationalism from the feeling, if you know what I'm saying. So, it's like a female circumcision in a way, but it's really not. There's no good reason for it. Because you're not really preventing any disease, you're probably making it worse. Um, Not in mostly Africa, because in Indonesia it happens too. Because I was talking to a girl in Indonesia that ended up happening for her. So it's a global thing. I mean, this is boots on the ground. I heard it from a chick that born and raised in Indonesia. So it's not just an African thing. Yeah, the rabbit hole on the Sharia law thing is, yeah. Well, you should have known that I live stream. I'm live streaming almost like every other hour at this point. Like I'm like live streaming every 3 hours. You said mostly. It's specific regions, but it's a cultural BS one, not religious. She had said that the excuse was Sharia law, and because she had moved over to that other that other religion, so her whole family like converted. What's bodega? I don't even know what the fuck they, dude. I don't watch movies. I'm not like a cultural fiend like a lot of you guys are. I don't know what is a bodega anyways. I don't even know what that is. Isn't that like some kind of like a trailer? You guys are like really throwing my head for a loop. Are you guys up all night? Hmm. Yeah, what you described is a completely unnecessary procedure. Dabby tough. I don't know what that is either. So that's an unnecessary procedure, but what's also an unnecessary procedure is genital mutilation in general. Like, it shouldn't be happening. Like, circumcision, I get it. The reason why they circumcise is to prevent disease from spreading down the rest of it. So if there's a problem, especially in ancient times, they would be able to kill the problem off and actually, in many cases, prevent a sexually transmitted disease. A lot of ex-converts from one religion to another often BS and exaggerate their former faiths. I knew one ex-Christian who claimed Christians say tattooed people will go to hell. I grew up during a time when they said using cameras will go to hell. You'll go to hell. So before there were cell phones, people were complaining about cameras. Imagine that. They called cameras the devil. That's what the older generation did. Yeah, I know, right? But that was back in the day. That was like when I was a young child, they were complaining about that. And then cell phones came about, but that was after landlines. So we had landline phones. Nobody really complained about those because they were in the home. Like, you needed to be in the home to be able to access it. You were stationary when you were using it. We used to have a pager. So as a kid, you'd have a pager, you'd walk around with that, and you're like, somebody down the street would know you and you would know them. And you'd be like, oh shit, my mom, my dad's paging me. I got to use your phone. So you'd go into a stranger's house and use their phone. Imagine that. That's how it used to be back then. That's what we're going back to. So don't take for granted this whole Western civilization that we have today. What's my favorite animal? I don't have one. I don't have a favorite animal. I'd say lizards are, but there's so many different types of lizards. The 90s, yeah. Yeah, the 90s was like iconic because it was like there were so many things that were just, you would only have that in the 90s. And then everybody got cell phones. And I mean, like, people got cell phones and only the rich people had them. And then, like, others were like, no, I'm never using a cell phone. I'm never going to have to use one. I'm never going to. And the next thing you know, everybody's got a cell phone. I don't even know what you said. The world started going downhill from 2005 onwards. Yeah, that's for sure. The whole 9/11 distraction, that fucked us completely. But then the economic crash that many of us, my age, didn't really understand. We really couldn't comprehend because we didn't have our hands on money at that time. We were teenagers. When we were teenagers, we weren't handed extra money to go to a store. We weren't given all these things that a lot of the young people have now. The reason why is, what do you mean the boiled one, dude? Like, I don't have all chats on. So maybe that's why. Let's see. Oh no. I'm gonna do this. Participant mode, subscribers only. Okay. Just to make sure. Maybe subscribed. Maybe a holder in the chat, you know what I mean? I support the old LGBT that was about love and acceptance and, just freedom. This new LGBT is not LGBT. They're not actually like loving characters anymore. It's been hijacked by assholes. So I'm not interested in dudes. I'm not bisexual. I'm not gay. But the thing is like, if you're going to do that, that's your own thing. You do your thing. It is what it is. More checks for me. But it was perverted into this other thing, and there's dudes that act like they're gay and they're not actually that way, and they actually bang chicks. And it's like, ooh, oh man, if there's no comments right now, I can see how many people were not already subscribed to me. Because I put it on 5 minutes. You all have to wait 5 minutes to be able to text. Oh, that's too bad. gold today, make like $30 at least. But I was talking to my Pump Fun shop, and like I was like acting like I got like extra money or something that I ain't talking about, and I'm making him think that I'm like this behind the scenes whale, and I made it sound pretty convincing. So let me throw it at you guys. Like, let me throw this at you guys. Imagine this shit. I could blow your minds right now. I could make you think and believe this shit. Why am I not on disability with my bad back and my bad knee? Why am I in the crypto space and I just keep losing money? Why don't I care? Put the two and two together. Why don't I have food stamps? Why don't I get government benefits? Is it possible that I have like millions of dollars just sitting somewhere else that I don't want to touch? Maybe I'm just dashing because I like the rush of it. Maybe I don't have to work again. Maybe that's why I'm up all night. I can make you guys think that, but I'm not an asshole. In reality, I'm a broke dude that just, I don't want to rely on the government for anything. I don't want to have my name on government benefits for my whole life. I don't want to be receiving Social Security, receiving stuff that other people that can't even get up out of a bed, they need that. But when it's being stolen through fraud, that's when I get pissed. I'm like, wait a second. So I'm rejecting any government help. I'm not receiving any government assistance. But there's other people that are, and they're not supposed to be. They're fraudulent. That's an issue. That's what blows my fucking mind. I'm sitting here and cutting corners and being a decent person and literally like almost like self-suffering, like self-inflicted suffering, while there's other people that are just, they got $3,000 a fucking month for free. That's insanity. It needs to stop. So thank God for Nick Shirley exposing that shit. I was supporting Nick Shirley before he was doing that exposure stuff. He was talking to random people. He was just doing a random live stream. I think that was after he did the Vice thing. He like teamed up with Vice and then he like went out to a gang and like got interviews from people. Damn, you guys were not subscribed because I had no more comments at all for like the entire 5 minutes. Damn, dude. No loyalty, huh? But yeah, I go live here, I go live on Pump Fun. You guys can find me there at Godfinger. See what's going on down there. You can only chat and join the live chat, join the call if you're a holder. I'm gonna be a holder. Always have that shit set on hold. Sit on $20 of the token, Banking Mastery. You guys want to check it out? Don't put too much money into it or anything. Just throw $1 at it. I want to see more holders. I don't want to see big big bags of shit. I want to see people holding just $1. And I might come swoop in and fatten that bag. I want to see everybody enjoy the token, see the rise, see the dips, grab the dips, learn how to trade responsibly. So I'm waking up on a good note, that's for sure. I'm losing my freaking voice. I'm not really waking up because I've been up all night, but hell yeah, I got into my WeMix account. I got my WeChat. See what Chicken China did or didn't do. I don't know what she done and didn't do yet. I was like, I'm gonna be busy. I'll be back later. But she's like, how you come so suddenly? What? I want to find my tassel so I can like put my body cam on again. I don't know where it went. If I had a chick here, I know she would know where it went. She'd be able to find it for me. Too bad chicks only date chicks. Ew. There's so many fucking lesbians now, it's insane. Come on, DoorDash, give me a McDonald's early order. What time is it now? 7:18. So at 7:30, that's when I'm gonna head out regardless. So you guys can come with me and I'm gonna kick my feet up for like 10 minutes. And my 5-minute plus subscribers can throw some stuff in the chat and I'll talk about it. Yeah, I know, right? So you should have done right away. You should have been like, boom, subscribe. I like this guy. He might be rich secretly. I swear I'm not rich. If I was rich, this thing would be full. In the future, I'm rich. Bro, see these? These are going to go up 100x. They're going to be $5 a piece. Swear to God, grab coins while you can. Now that I've been talking about it a little bit more, people might be picking up these coins a little bit quicker. So look at the supply of a crypto token and then apply that knowledge to the actual supply of paper dollar bills compared to the debt-based bills. Then compare the number of coins in the world, or at least in the American dollar system, compare that to the amount of paper dollar bills. You have way less coins, any coins, just any, cent denominated coins, pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, all of them, in my opinion, my thoughts are going to go up 100x in value. And they're going to be worth their face value in the form of dollars. So 1 penny, this is my opinion, this is my prediction, 1 penny would be worth $1 in comparison to value. Yeah. $5 per nickel. Paper dollar bills aren't actually made of paper, it's cotton. Oh. Did that make a difference when the sun, it sits out in the sun for like 5 months and then just turns into ash? That's what I'm saying, is that the dollar bills are just worthless, but there's also based on the actual supply. So the supply of dollar bills is way smaller than, we're talking hundreds, 50s, all the bills combined are way smaller than the amount of dollars that are imaginary floating in the debt space. And then the amount of coins is even smaller than that. It's even a smaller fraction. It's almost 9 billion coins or something. It's enough coins to hand out to one person each. So based on the rarity, if you apply it to supply, is a real rush. Fuck sitting there at a computer. Fuck sitting there at a computer. Let's check this. Yeah, this thing's not giving me much fucking time to room. If I knew the light was gonna last this long, I would have freaking taken the shitty shortcut. Oh. Go.
But yeah, when I go into this McDonald's, it's gonna cut out the signal. So I'll be off live for a few minutes probably. So I got 2 minutes to spare. But yeah, when I go in this store, it's probably not gonna work. So probably close the live for a little bit. Probably see a little loading screen. Not too bad. Boom. Live again. Hello, welcome. Questions. Perfect. I try to let any cars go. But I can. exhaust fumes at me. I went into the freaking breakdown lane, which I don't usually do. And that's what I get in return. That's why, you know, people, you gotta be fucking decent to people. I'm fucking done being nice to fucking, we call you out. 558 VLP, what a piece of shit. Yes. Nice work, team. Get some milk. All right, be right back. Orange band ride. Well, you want to know my true inspiration for my outfit? I kept hearing Orange Band Bad. I was like, yo, I gotta be orange. I gotta be bad. No, I'm just kidding. It's like if Trump's bad, I don't know what bad is. Morning, everyone. Already missed the festivities. Y'all got ready with me. Y'all went to work with me. And then you saw the end of my run here. And then, not for the day, for a couple hours. Slow roll my way back. And charge up. Probably on the way back, grab something to. I might just grab coffee. Or sugar. That's what I need to get. You get sugar. Oh, sugar and cream. Actually, that makes sense because I got enough of that. Okay, sugar and cream. Go back, make some coffee and stuff. Hopefully I can get out this way easily. This place is beautiful. It's like hard to really appreciate this specific community here until you really just like you stop and look around, and it's like everything looks nice. It's like everything looks nice for woods. Making people smile, trying to want to see people smile. Yeah, charge up. I swear if I just go down this road, eventually it's like it comes up into the main road. This community is normally it's impossible for me to get out of these gated communities because my bike isn't heavy enough to trigger the sensors. So sometimes I'm waiting. I've actually waited like an entire half an hour to 40 minutes waiting to get out of a place at night, a gated community. Usually I gotta wait for a car to go by and then I can actually get out of it. Oh yeah, I just shaved off about 3 miles. Yeah, isn't that interesting though? I get out of somebody's way and then they rev their engine trying to blow exhaust fumes out of me at me for no reason. Like, I literally got out of somebody's way. decided not to get sugar and wheat. I'll wait till I can go to Dollar General or Family Dollar and get some sugar. Charge my battery, lay down, and rest my back. My back's already hurting after all that. My back's killing me. You should have seen the look on that dude's face back there. He was just in disbelief. He was like, what? How is he so cool? Why does he look so damn cool? Because I am cool. All right, I'm gonna lay down for like 2 hours.
clothes probably start getting done. And yeah, it's always a surprise, right? Thank you for joining, everyone. I hope you have a great day. I hope my get ready with me was inspiring. If you're watching this on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, I hope that day is great too. Thank you for joining. Later. Check me out on Pump Fun at Godfinger.